Okay, let me introduce first about the Bran Castle. So the Bran Castle is a castle in a branch that is located in Romania. So this castle is a national monument and landmark in the Transylvania. The fortress is on the Transylvanian side side of the historical border with Wallachia. There on the road DN-73, commonly known outside Transylvania as a Dracula's Castle. It is often referred to as the home the title character in a Bram Stoker's Dracula. There is no evidence that Stoker knew anything about this castle, which has only tangential association with Vlad the Impaler, voivode of Wallachia, the putative inspiration for Dracula. Stoker's description of a Dracula crumbling, frictional castle also bears no resemblance to Bran's castle. This castle is now a museum dedicated to displaying arts and furniture collected by the Queen Mary. The tourists can see the interior of their own or by the guided tour. At the bottom of the hill at the bottom of the hill is a small museum, a museum exhibited traditional Romanian peasant structure such as cottage barns and anything else.
Like most places in Romania, Dracula's castle is a place of myth, magic, and grisly legend. However, it's mostly a place imagined by Bram Stoker, who needed a mystical setting for his Dracula character. Transylvania, filled with popular beliefs about vampires and surrounded by dark forests, seemed perfect, and the Bran Castle presented an excellent starting point. So, Bram Stoker described a castle perched on a steep hill with a river washing the valley below. Then, inspired by the prevailing supernatural folklore in the region, he masterfully connected countless character legends into one coherent narrative. For his main character, the author turned to Vlad the Impaler, a Wallachian ruler from many historians described as the cruelest, most merciless person to ever exist. Vlad the Impaler's thirst for blood resembled Dracula's insatiable appetite. Thus, Bram Stoker derived the name of the ruler's Order of the Dragon and the surname of his father, Dracul, and came up with the name Dracula. With all essential elements in place, Bram Stoker built the infamous Dracula character. The author placed the action of his book, at least in the collective imagination, at Bran Castle, where countless travelers are still looking for the bloodthirsty Count Dracula. As the story goes, Dracula was, or better say still is, a centuries-old vampire, and what do you know? A Transylvanian nobleman. Proud of his boyar heritage, Dracula spends more of his days, well, sleeping, because a vampire can reveal himself into daylight. However, when night falls, Dracula's real character comes to light, and the hunt for human blood begins.
The brief history of Bran Castle. In 1377, King Louis I of Hungary authorized the Transylvanian citizens of the Brezov region to build a castle as a bulwark against northward expansion of the Ottoman Empire. The castle was completed by 1388. It also served as the custom house for Transylvania, then a voivodate of Hungary. In 1498, the Transylvanian citizens of Brezov bought the castle from King Vladislas II of Bohemia in Hungary. The House of Habsburg gained control of the region in 1687, but the castle remained in Transylvanian hands. Under local control, the castle was restored several times for service as a fortress, most recently in the 1880s, but it fell into disrepair thereafter. Bran Castle interior was refurbished and many of its 57 rooms were decorated by Queen Mary of Greater Romania. She made the castle her royal residence after the city of Brezov gave it to her in 1920. Later during World War II, her daughter Princess Ileana ran a hospital inside its wall. Princess Ileana was forced out of the country by the new communist regime in 1948. The communists opened the castle to the public as a museum in 1956. Then the post-communist Romanian government handed over the castle back to Princess Ileana's son, Archduke Dominic of Habsburg, in 2009. The castle continued to operate as a museum till this day.